Danny Masterson has been sentenced to 30 years to life in prison after being convicted of rape earlier this year. The former That 70s Show star was sentenced on Thursday, 4 months after a jury convicted him on 2 of 3 counts of forcible rape charges in May, according to NBC News. As Access Hollywood previously reported, the jurors were deadlocked on a 3rd count and spent 7 days deliberating over 2 weeks. The charges stem from alleged sexual assaults committed against 3 different accusers at the actor's Hollywood Hills home between 2001 and 2003. According to Variety, Masterson's wife, Bijou Phillips, was among his supporters present for the sentencing and was seen crying at the courthouse. Masterson's siblings, fellow actors Elena, Will, and Jordan Masterson were reportedly also in attendance. Quote, "Mr. Masterson, you are not the victim here. Your actions 20 years ago took away another person's voice and choice. Your actions 20 years ago were criminal, and that is why you are here," Judge Charlene Meadows said per the mag. Masterson's accusers spoke out during the hearing, with one reportedly calling him, quote, "a true coward and heartless monster," and another saying that she is still grappling with her trauma. Quote, "I still have to contend with what you did to me that night. That takes a life's worth of therapy to repair," she told Masterson, Variety reports. Masterson did not take the stand in the trial and did not speak at Thursday's hearing. He has consistently denied the allegations against him since his 2020 arrest. In December, the jury in his first trial failed to reach a verdict and the judge declared a mistrial. All 3 accusers met Masterson through the Church of Scientology, of which he is still a member. The church has denied the women's claims that they were discouraged to report their allegations to police. In addition to the women Masterson was charged and convicted of raping, 2 more accusers testified in the retrial per NBC News. Following the sentencing, District Attorney Reinhold Mueller spoke to the press about the case.
I've gotten to know the victims in this case quite well over the years, and I can tell you they're strong. We're committed to making sure that justice gets served, and today they got it. The judge imposed a sentence, an aggregate sentence of 30 years to life, which we believe is the appropriate sentence in this case. And based on certain case law that the judge cited, as well as the manner in which these offenses were committed, she found justification for the fact that these sentences needed to be run consecutively for a total of 30 to life. And that was the right decision. I have to say that I'm extremely proud of the named victims in this case for coming forward, for enduring the long time that it took to get to justice today. But I was so happy to see them in court when they were able to get up there, give their impact statements, and have their voices be heard, and to be able to express themselves on the significance and the impact that the crimes had upon them. It was wonderful to see, and this is a day for them. This is a moment for them, and I'm just very pleased.
Sean Hawley, co-counsel for Masterson, also weighed in on the sentencing, releasing a statement that reads, quote, "For the past several months, a team of the top appellate lawyers in the country has been reviewing the transcripts of the trial. They have identified a number of significant evidentiary and constitutional issues which they will address in briefs to both state and federal appellate courts. The errors which occurred in this case are substantial and unfortunately led to verdicts which are not supported by the evidence. And though we have great respect for the jury in this case and for our system of justice overall, sometimes they get it wrong, and that's what happened here. Mr. Masterson did not commit the crimes for which he has been convicted, and we, and the appellate lawyers, the best and the brightest in the country, are confident that these convictions will be overturned." Access Hollywood has been following the trial since 2020.
Actor Danny Masterson has been charged with the forcible rapes of 3 women, and he's maintaining his innocence. The Los Angeles County District Attorney's Office announced in a press release that the That 70s Show alum had been charged with 3 counts of rape by force or fear. for 3 separate incidents prosecutors allege occurred between 2001 and 2003, while his Fox sitcom was on the air. LA's deputy attorney of the Sex Crimes Division broke down the timeline of the alleged rapes, all of which are claimed to have occurred in Masterson's home. The television star is accused of raping a 23-year-old woman in 2001, a 28-year-old woman in April 2003, and a different 23-year-old woman between October and December of that same year. Masterson's arraignment is set for September 18th, where he will be expected to enter his plea. Following the charges, the 44-year-old's attorney released a statement in his defense, which read, "Mr. Masterson is innocent, and we're confident that he will be exonerated when all of the evidence finally comes to light and witnesses have the opportunity to testify." It continued, "Obviously, Mr. Masterson and his wife are in complete shock, considering that these nearly 20-year-old allegations are suddenly resulting in charges being filed. But they and their family are comforted knowing that ultimately the truth will come out. The people who know Mr. Masterson know his character and know the allegations to be false." If convicted as charged, prosecutors say Masterson could face a maximum sentence of 45 years to life in state prison. Also, the district attorney's office said at least 2 other allegations had been made against the TV star, but that they had declined to file sexual assault charges against him in those cases. One due to insufficient evidence, and the other because the statute of limitations had lapsed. The charges against Masterson follow a long investigation by the Los Angeles Police Department. Authorities first revealed back in 2017 that they were conducting an investigation involving the actor after 3 women came forward accusing him of rape. At the time, Masterson denied the allegations, but was hit with career repercussions. Netflix dropped Masterson from his show, The Ranch, which he appeared in with his former 70s show co-star, Ashton Kutcher. Masterson is a member of the Scientology community, and Leah Remini, an outspoken former member, has been one of the leading advocates for justice for his accusers. She notably interviewed 2 of them in last year's series finale of her show, Scientology and the Aftermath, where they went in depth about Masterson and the alleged intimidation they claim they face from the church after speaking out against him. Following news of the charges against Masterson, Remini tweeted, "Finally, victims are being heard when it comes to Scientology. Praise the Lord. This is just the beginning, Scientology. Your days of getting away with it is coming to an end. #justice. #Scientology the Aftermath."
Leah Remini is reacting to Danny Masterson's guilty verdict. On Wednesday, a Los Angeles jury convicted the former That 70s Show star on 2 counts of forcible rape, Access Hollywood has learned. According to a press release, the jurors were deadlocked on a 3rd count. The charges stem from alleged sexual assaults committed against 3 different accusers between 2001 and 2003. Hours after a verdict was made, Remini weighed in on the jury's decision with a lengthy caption on Instagram, writing, quote, "2 guilty verdicts in the rape trial of celebrity Scientologist Danny Masterson are a relief. The women who survived Danny Masterson's predation are heroes. For years, they and their families have faced attacks and harassment from Scientology and Danny's well-funded legal team. Nevertheless, they soldiered on, determined to seek justice," she wrote, adding, "While it is up to them to decide whether they are satisfied with this verdict, I am relieved that Danny Masterson is facing some justice after over 20 years of brutal sexual violence with no criminal consequences." The 52-year-old actress, who was previously part of the Church of Scientology, then went on to thank the jurors in the case, writing, "To the jury, thank you for seeing the truth. Thank you for not allowing emotions to get in the way of cold hard facts. Thank you for showing Scientologists, former and current, that justice is not only possible, but they should come to expect it. And thank you to all of you who have supported the women who faced hell to fight for justice."